Hi everyone, and welcome to another StoreCraft 2 casting tutorial with your host HNN. Today's casting is a tutorial for Terran players. It is this is pretty much the same Raven push strategy. So if you saw the last video, I guess there's no need to see this video because I'm pretty much going to be repeating myself. And the reason I'm just showing this video is to give you guys a good idea of how my Raven push strategy puts a stop to a fast Voidray push from a Protoss player. So I'm going to introduce my Protoss opponent for today. His name is Russano. He has about 1,850 points in Diamond Level League, or 1,850 points. So he is a competent Protoss player. So it's a pretty much a good video to show you guys how you can put a stop to this particular Protoss build, which is going to be a fast Voidray. And I also want to credit the guy who gave me this build. His name is Don't Give Up. He was a top 200 level player in North America for the first month retail release, but he's not in the top 200 anymore, and I think that's because school started and he's been a little bit more into school than playing a lot of StarCraft 2. So anyway, I just wanted to credit him. Don't give up. Thanks for giving me this build because I've been using it for about a month and a half and it works really great. So anyway, this build is going for Raven as fast as possible and trying to defend yourself from the most common Protoss builds, which is Protoss 4-gate, Protoss Voidray Stalker push, and a Protoss fast Dark Templars. So I think this is a very viable build. And one thing about this build is it is a very gas heavy build. So you're going to need to build your first refinery at about 12-13 SEV, and then your second refinery at about 17-18 SEV. And don't forget to get your bunker before the 5-minute mark. That's usually when Protoss players get out their Stalker and trying to zap your Marines up on the top. Let me show you guys again. They bring up a Stalker up here, zap some Marines, come down, recharge their shields, come back up, zap some more Marines, and it's a pretty annoying process. Also, one thing to note about this map, I don't know the name of this map, but I do know it has a back door right here where Protoss players like to put a pylon and do some type of 4-gate push and run through your back door. It's happened to me once before. It's not really pretty when it happens, but they put a pylon here, so just keep that in mind. And they once they get their warp gates, they run in their probes to the back of your door. So what you want to do is you want to leave either a Marine here or block your back door. I guess I do both. I like to block my back door and I leave a Marine over here, because if I see a pylon over here, I pretty much know an attack is about to come. So anyway, let's see what is going on at the moment. Not too much going on. Let me check out my Protoss opponent. Okay, not too much going on at the moment, but he looks like he is up to something tricky down here. And let me fast forward it so you guys can get to some action. Okay, I know I mentioned this before, I just want to mention again. It's no longer useful to scan a Protoss player's base to see what buildings they're making, because if I use the scan on this base, I would not be able to catch him making the Stargate in some far-off corner in the map. So scanning your Protoss player for whatever building he's making is not going to work. What you want to scan for is his army, to see what his army is composed of, his unit composition, so you can make the correct counter. Scanning for his building will give you a false sense of security, because if I scanned him, I would only see 2 gates, but I wouldn't see this fast Stargate coming with his Voidray. So I would be, I would have a false sense of security if I scanned him. So you don't want to scan your Protoss opponent. What I've seen people do, some high level league Terran players do, is they use their factory as a scout, because they don't make a tank, so they use their factory to bring in the base. But actually, I make a tank, so I can't do that. What you can do is you can make a very fast Viking instead of a Raven first, and scan your Protoss opponent with a Viking just to run around the base. Or a Banshee would do pretty good too. A Banshee would be able to get some good information. So it looks like this Voidray push is about to come out pretty soon. Well, I guess it looks like he's waiting for 2. And he's got his pylon set up all over the map. So I'm about to show you guys how well fast early tank does against a Stalker Voidray push. And remember, my tank is guarding, see the line areas right here? It is guarding my, is giving my Marines breathing room to run around from any type of stalkers trying to pick off my supply depot. So that looked like it worked out pretty well to me, and he's on the retreat. And his army count is pretty low now because he lost a couple of units. I guess let me rewind a little bit to let you guys see the army count. What was it before? Before he went all out and attacked me. Looks like his army count is actually a little bigger than mine before he attacked me. So it actually kind of evens out because whenever my tank and Raven comes out. You don't have to make a Raven first, you can make a Viking, as I said before, and use a Viking as a scout. I was using my Hellion right here as a scout, and that's when I ran into his army. So that was a little surprise to me when I saw his army, and then I also saw these Voidrays over here. So I was like, oh crap, these guys are coming to get me. So as you can see, the army count's pretty even, but I got a little better position right here, so he's not able to do anything. So let me fast forward a little bit. I'm assuming he beats a lot of Terrans a lot with he wins against Terrans. Russano beats Terrans a lot with this fast forward Stalker push because he doesn't know how to correctly counter this build that I'm doing. Because I've actually run into some Protoss players who know actually what to do after their first Voidray Stalker push fails. So anyway, I'm about to push out, and the game's about to end. Let me guys show you my APM. I pretty much have the advantage now because I killed a lot of his units that were trying to push into me earlier. See what the army count is. I am ahead by about almost 15 food about. So I have the game in my ballpark, which is why I'm pushing out. And basically it is, let me show you my unit composition. Is get your Raven, and once you have your Raven, push out. And don't forget to scan for your Protoss player's army to see what's in his army. One mistake I made in this game was forgetting to upgrade my my Hellion Blue Flame, the pre-igniter, but I don't think I needed it because I already had a 15 food advantage. Okay, game's over. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay. I'm gonna do another video soon to show you guys someone else's version of a Raven push, and he doesn't do what I do. Actually, what he does is he does it with a bio build, and I actually like this strategy. So anyway, hope you guys like this video, and maybe it helps you out. If you have any questions, comments, go ahead, ask me or post in the comments below, and I'll probably do another video if I find it a good question or comment or something like that. So anyway, this is H&N signing out.